Discover solutions to issues that affect your family and professional life with practical information to help you get past life's adversities. Take a proactive approach to power up your life with Rosalie's expert resources.
Florida's Surgeon General says 6 out of 10 Floridians are currently overweight. So, if you're one of those statistics, there's help to kickstart your weight loss program this year and the encouragement you'll need to find healthy alternatives to bad eating habits. Restaurateur, author, and television personality Richard Blais joins us with healthier alternatives to high-fat dishes without sacrificing the taste. Good morning, Richard.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm feeling great, thanks. Share some tips to cooking healthier so we can all swap out those high-fat ingredients and replace them with balanced meals and fewer calories.
So this is a salad that's one of my favorites right now. It has some jicama. Jicama, it looks like a potato, tastes like a cucumber, perfect for Florida weather, a great ingredient. And then some apples. So jicama, some apples, some red beets that are raw. Beets are really great for you. They're colorful. There's a lot of texture, color, a lot of vibrant flavors in this dish. And then some kale. Now, people are telling me, my hipster friends are telling me that kale is so last year, but I don't believe it. I'm still holding on to it. Kale's an amazing ingredient. It's great for you, and it gives this salad a nice sort of a good savory sort of bitterness to it. And then I'm going to dress this with some mustard and yogurt. So mustard, yogurt, agave nectar. It's kind of like a honey mustard, but again, lower in fat, a little bit better for you. A little drizzle of my dressing right there. And then I'm going to toss in some fresh cilantro leaves. And I'm going to leave actually the stems on the cilantro as well, because I like the stem. It's got a lot of texture to it. I'm going to toss the cilantro in there. I'm going to add a little cayenne pepper, because using chilies or spice can kind of help control portion size, because you're eating it, you got a lot of spice, and spice can also kind of replace salt and or fat. So, so spices and acidity. I'm actually going to grate some of this lime into our salad. There's some lime juice in the dressing as well, and acidity can overcome that sort of desire for fat or salt in a salad. I'm just going to toss this together real quick. This is a salad that I'm totally craving right now at the moment, because I'm making it, but also it's great for when I'm coming back from going for a run or coming back from the gym. Some healthy food to get on your table, super quick to make. And another dish we're doing more along the lines of an entree, lamb chop with braised greens. So this is Swiss chard. People think lamb chops, they think fancy restaurant, but this is so easy. We pop it in the oven, we glaze it with a little date syrup, and then we take the tops of a bunch of different greens, so beet tops or the kale or Swiss chard or turnip tops, and we saute those with a little bit of olives and some lemon, and that's got a restaurant quality dish that's lower in fat, really good for you. And those are some of the dishes that we're doing to launch our Kickstart campaign.
What ingredients can we use to kick up that flavor to trick our taste buds and save some calories on dessert?
When we're talking about desserts or sweetness, is using cinnamon or vanilla to replace some of the sugar in a recipe, because we think that cinnamon and vanilla is sweet. We associate those flavors with sweetness. They're really not. So using those to replace some sugar is great. And just really look at every recipe that you're making. There's usually an opportunity in every recipe to either lessen some fat that's in there, or make a swap or a change that's good. This dressing is a great example where, again, we've taken yogurt to replace what might have been mayonnaise in that original recipe.
How do we motivate our family to get some activity after dinner instead of just sitting down and watching television to create a healthier lifestyle change?
I have 2 little kids. After we eat, go for a walk. Something as simple as that, where you can go enjoy the sunset somewhere, go to the park, walk down the block. Just do things in your everyday life that are just a little bit more active. I mean, one of the tips I just heard were park a little further away from your office or the store that you're going shopping at. Just you can make little changes that aren't dramatic, that can make big differences.
If we can't afford a dietitian to help plan our food choices, where can we find the knowledge to help encourage us to lose weight?
Well, the great thing is we have a nutritionist, we have a dietitian. If you go to the facebook.com/myally page, Betty Kovacs, who is on that page, is there to guide people. There's an online community, and that's so important to have that emotional and sort of mental support when you're on this journey, which can be difficult, but you can do it.
Excellent. Thank you, Richard, for all your healthy meal tips to kickstart our weight loss success.
Thank you.
Sports training for athletes is a lifestyle commitment that begins at home and into the athlete's academic years. As a medal contender in the 2014 Sochi Olympic Games, David Wise is one of the top athletes in freestyle skiing. As he makes his Olympic debut, he also has another major role in life. He needs to be on top of his game as a dad to 2-year-old Nayeli. David not only wants to perform his best at the Olympics, he also wants to be a role model for his daughter as she develops her own athletic skills. Good morning, David.
Hi, thanks for having me.
This competition must be an exciting journey for you.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting to be not only in the peak of my career athletically, but also sharing the whole journey with my family.
Does having your family support while competing help you perform better?
Regardless of how I do in the competitions, I still have them there supporting me. I know they're going to love me no matter what I do, so I just get to go out and have fun, which usually makes me compete better as well.
Not only is this a new Olympic sport, it's also your first Olympic competition.
Yeah, this is free skiing halfpipe, both free skiing halfpipe and free skiing slope styles, first time in the Olympics. So I've been working with USSA and the U.S. Olympic Committee to try to get our sport recognized enough to get into the Olympics for a long time, myself and my fellow athletes. So it's pretty cool to see us finally get the recognition and get the Olympic nod.
At what age did you begin skiing?
My parents put me on skis from basically the point that I could stand up. So it's been a part of my life for a long time. I did a lot of ski racing growing up. But something was always calling me to the air. I always wanted to fly, so I found this sport, freestyle, and halfpipe definitely called to me the most, and I've been doing it since this is my 10th year competing.
How has your hard work as an athlete helped promote sports in your daughter's life?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, especially with the Olympics. We have some cool things, some cool partnerships that happen because I'm a dad. I'm able to partner with companies like Pampers. And you know, their whole idea is that they're celebrating the big dreams of the little athletes. So it's fun hanging out with my daughter and just kind of raising her in that athletic background. Throughout the Olympic Games, Pampers is going to be running a sweepstakes on their Facebook page where you can take a picture of your child's best game face, post it on the Facebook page, and you'll be eligible to win all kinds of cool prizes. The grand prize winner gets a photo shoot with me.
As a parent, how do you promote sports development while knowing the importance of a well-rounded lifestyle for a child?
Yeah, I'm a huge believer in the philosophy that balance is one of the most important things in life. You can't have too much of one thing and not enough of another. My parents enforced on me, you know, you can go pursue your skiing as much as you want as long as you get good grades. And if you don't get good grades, you don't get to ski. And so that made it pretty simple for me. And I learned that balance from a young age on. So that's kind of what I'm hoping to instill in my daughter too, is just that, you know, I'm going to support her in whatever she chooses to do, but I want her to have a balanced outlook on life for sure.
Good luck, David, creating balance and success as an athlete and in your family life.
Thanks a lot.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. Face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty. Time to call 911 and get them to a hospital immediately. Learn the body language and spot a stroke fast.
Hey, Mom. Did you take your medicine?
Oh, gosh, I forgot it.
Her nurse. You need a claim number? Her personal assistant. Let me just grab a... Her housekeeper. Her cook. Her accountant. When I started taking care of Mom, I didn't realize the challenge of playing so many roles. But above all, I'm still her daughter.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving to connect with experts and other caregivers. Together we can better care for ourselves and the ones we love.
A Men's Health survey of over 900 readers found 1/3 of men experiencing hair loss admit to feeling helpless, and 66% use negative language like victim, defeated, or unavoidable when describing their hair loss. In business, dating, and relationships, confidence is key. A man who feels good projects confidence. Joining us this morning is a handsome man who knows the meaning of confidence. TV host Bill Ranic of Giuliani and Bill, with tips for men to build confidence in life, love, and business. Good morning, Bill.
Well, good morning to you. Thank you for having me on today.
Bill, what advice can you share to inspire men to take a proactive approach to gain more self-confidence?
Certainly, you talked about confidence in the intro, and it really does impact so many men. When they lose their hair, it affects their confidence in business, in relationships, really in all areas of their life. And they don't have to be victims anymore. You know, it's a very simple solution. Rogaine has an amazing product. I'm certainly a customer, and if you look at my hair today, it's much different than it was years ago because of the fact that I use Rogaine twice a day. And men who use it, nearly 9 out of 10 regrow hair. That's a pretty good number. I mean, if I were in Vegas, I would put all my money on those odds.
Do you really think that a man who has a full head of hair commands more respect when doing business?
Oh, 100%. There's no question about it. I just read a study, I think it was on CNBC or one of the journals, and it said companies who have more attractive CEOs actually yield a higher stock price. I know that sounds crazy. I read it yesterday, and it's absolutely true. So when you walk in and you have a full head of hair, you look younger, you feel better about yourself, you have a certain air when you walk in that room, and people, you can read that, and they respond to that. So I think that's one of my tips to make sure 2014 is the best. Certainly do everything you can to increase your level of confidence. Secondly, I think you got to get out of your comfort zone. You know, so many of us go through life and we do the same thing over and over and over. And then when the end of the year comes, we look back and we have tremendous regret. And this year, we hope that's going to be different for a lot of the men out there. So push yourself. Don't be afraid to stumble. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, but make sure you go out and you try things. And then lastly, you got to set goals. You know, it's so basic. We've been hearing this since we were kids. Set goals for yourself and you'll be able to accomplish anything you want, yet so few people actually do it. And I have what I call my 99-cent solution. You go out and you buy yourself a legal pad and you write down your goals and you check them off as those goals get accomplished. And you'd be surprised how much you can get done.
And in our culture, image is everything. When we walk in a room, we project our first impression.
You're right on. The minute you walk in, I don't care where you're at, whether it's you're out entertaining or you're walking into the boardroom, you are immediately judged within 10 to 15 seconds of walking into that room.
Thanks, Bill, for all your guy-friendly advice to increase men's level of self-confidence to improve their image.
Thank you.
Confidence in business also includes the know-how of using new technology to keep you on top of your game and healthy. This year's International Consumer Electronics Show left techies with insight into new technology, from wearable technology to keep you fit to being entertained and connected in and out of your home. Joining us this morning with some tech trends on the horizon is Emmy Award winner Mario Armstrong, technology and digital lifestyle commentator. Good morning, Mario.
Good morning, Rosalie. So glad to see you again and be back with you. How are you?
So, Mario, I heard the show was really exciting this year.
Yeah, the show was amazing. Saw a lot of stuff, but there's a lot of hype out there, too. So you have to really kind of figure out what is really going to matter to people. And so I kind of assembled about 3 to 4 things here to really break through all that clutter of CES, which is 33 football fields full of technology.
What new tech trends focused on entertainment that was your favorite?
In entertainment, this is big because a lot of people still love their music, they love their videos, they want their big screens, but can you really get all of that really into one device? It sounds great, looks appealing, and it is easy to use. So HP's come out with something called the Envy Recline. HP Envy Recline Beats Edition is its full name. So this Envy Recline is two things about it that's beautiful. Number one, it has Beats audio built in. Most computers don't sound great. The speakers in them sound horrible. It's like an afterthought when they designed it. Beats audio, that's not going to happen. Crisp sound, quad speakers inside of this unit, so it looks amazing. But then the other really unique thing about it, it has a very unique hinge. And so I can lay it completely flat. And since it's Windows, it's multi-touch, so you can have 10 fingers. People could be on both sides. You could be playing games, doing things, interacting together, all on the screen. So it's an all-in-one touch computer, which is great. And they even thought about including their entertainment service, which is the HP Connected Music app. So that helps you get access right to your favorite music. You can stream it or download it all right in one complete device. It's really well thought out. The other thing that was huge is gaming. Gaming was big at this year's CES. I wanted to look at stuff that was on the go. So Logitech has come out with something called Logitech PowerShell Controller Plus Battery. So this is a add-on or a controller that connects to your iPod 5th generation or your iPhone 5 or 5S, and it really turns your phone or your iPod into a gaming experience.
What did you help to find small business owners?
3D printing. Like, this was huge at CES to really see 3D printing come to life. And for those that don't know, regular printers, they print on paper. Well, with a 3D printer, you're actually printing a physical object. You're actually making something from a digital file. So in order to do that, you need software, and you need software to make it easy. So Microsoft has come out with a 3D Builder app, that's the name of it, the 3D Builder app. So if you're on Windows, you can go right to the Windows Store, download the 3D Builder app, and you'll get access to their library of a bunch of print designs that you can do for free. So you go onto their little screen, and you go right there, you say, oh, I want to choose that red shoe. You touch the red shoe, it's connected automatically through really easy native printing support, 3D printing support with the MakerBot printer, and boom, next thing you know, it's starting to print out your physical object.
And this can also help businesses create in-house marketing materials.
In-house marketing, and I saw that at the show. I saw people making all types of little prototypes of things that weren't really ready to be released, but they were trying to get an idea. They were using it as really cool different types of business cards, all types of things. I've seen kids create companies using this, and education is going to be big with this, so that's big.
New technology also has a learning curve. So how do we streamline the learning process?
I wanted them to know about a service that's made by HP that's called Smart Friend Service. This is a hand-holding service. You call them up on the phone and you say, hey, I just got this tablet, but I feel like I'm not getting the most use out of it, or I'm stuck on this particular area with my computer. So no matter what the brand of computer is or what type of tablet you have, they can help walk you through over the phone those challenges. So if anyone's feeling a little overwhelmed, they may want to research that and see if that's a good source of help for them.
Thanks, Mario, for offering all the new tech ideas to help us play and work smart.
Take care.
Hey everybody! Heart disease affects 1 in every 3 women in America, but you can fight back. There's no time to lose. Mothers, sisters, daughters, families, and friends, it's time to shout louder, stand stronger, and demand change. Let's go!
To the Batmobile. Dang it.
To the invisible jet!
Dang it.
Together, we can put an end to heart disease. It's time to go red for women. I could use your help. Yeah! Learn more from the American Heart Association at www.goredforwomen.org.
For those dealing with the daily struggles of caring for a loved one, we hear you. That's why AARP created a community with experts and other caregivers to help us better care for ourselves and the ones we love.
It's the 25th year of the Detroit Auto Show, a showcase of the global automotive community where they reveal the future of transportation and its new innovative designs. Not to mention, sales this year are projected to hit new highs. So what's new in the auto world? Jack NERAD, Executive Editorial Director at Kelley Blue Book, is here to give us a sneak peek of his picks of the best of the show. Good morning, Jack.
Good morning. Great to talk to you.
I was raised in the Detroit suburbs, and auto shows are in my blood. And you dream as a kid to own your brand new car. So in my college years, I worked the turnstile at the auto shows, and I know what goes on behind the scenes.
Well, you know how exciting these things are, and it really has the town excited, and it kind of takes over this town. And rightly so. I mean, I think there's an excitement about 2014 that we haven't seen in the auto industry for several years. They're feeling that times are good, times are going to get even better, and there's a lot of cool stuff here. There's a lot of cool concept cars here. There's a lot of cool production cars here. So there's a lot going on, and again, the feeling is very upbeat.
So what do you see, Jack, at this year's show as the biggest trends in automobiles?
Well, I think cars that express people's personalities, and we see that in a concept from Toyota. Toyota, you know, has a reputation for a lot of things, not necessarily for really interesting styling, but with their new LT1 concept, that's all changed.
Are most consumers seeking new technology in their cars?
I think they're seeking new technology, and they seek things that express them. You know, for luxury car buyers, there's a lot of great choices here, and one of the cool ones here is the Hyundai Genesis, second generation of the Genesis, and the Genesis is essentially Hyundai's answer to the BMW 5 Series and to other European imports. Less expensive, but a lot of stuff, great technology, great build quality, and it's a really good looking car too. So it's got a lot of people excited, and I think it has the Europeans maybe you know, a little on edge.
How about sleek, affordable cars that'll stand out on that Florida road?
Sleek is all over this show because people want vehicles that express themselves, and you know, at the lower price ranges, people want cool cars too. And you know, the Honda Fit is all new for 2015, got a lot of attention at the show, better looking than ever before, bigger inside than ever before, and better fuel economy than ever before. If you want to express your personality, you can do it with a car you can find in today's showrooms.
So Jack, what's new in technology that's cutting edge?
Well, one of the things that's really cutting edge and interesting is the fact that the new Ford F-150 is using aluminum body panels. I mean, that's a big change for the biggest selling vehicle in the American car market. And so use of new technology like that, use of new materials is an important watchword of this show.
So is gas prices a buying factor for consumers?
I don't think so this year. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens with, we could get a gas shock at any time, of course, and things change. But right now, fuel economy isn't top of mind for a lot of people. So they're looking at more vehicles that really express what they want to express about themselves.
Where can our consumers find more information on new cars that are ready to hit the road?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because at Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com we have a great show wrap-up, and any kind of information you need or want to help you make a good car buying decision is available at KBB.com.
Bone health is an underreported and underaddressed issue affecting 1.5 million advanced cancer patients as the disease spreads to their bones. Over 2/3 of advanced breast cancer patients and 90% of advanced prostate cancer patients experience the spread of cancer to their bones. Joining us this morning is Dr. David Henry, clinical professor of medicine, and national advocate Tom Kirk, president and CEO of USTOO Prostate Cancer Network. Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Good morning.
Dr. Henry, how prevalent is the spread of cancer to the bone?
So it's a very good question. If you take the common cancers, breast, prostate, lung, colon, most don't spread to bone because they're detected early thanks to all our modern techniques. But as you suggest, many do. And when they do, as many as 1.5 million people worldwide have spread to bone. Maybe the first site, actually, that these cancers go to. 90% of prostate cancer is in bone. About 2/3 of advanced breast cancer patients are in bone. So it's important. This morning we want to raise awareness that that can happen. You may or may not be symptomatic, so you want to bring to your doctor and your family symptoms when you have them, typically of bone, but it might be asymptomatic, and so with your caregiver, your doctor, scans, tests, physical exam may detect that, and then there are options to prevent complications of it being in the bone.
Tom, Dr. Henry just alluded to about 90% of men with advanced prostate cancer experience the spread of cancer to their bones. Why such a high percentage?
Well, what we need men to know is that it is a high percentage and that they need to be prepared and active. And what we are doing today is to help spread awareness and also to provide resources. We have a website, bonehealthinfocus.com, that's available that has video diaries of people with the various cancers talking about what impact it's had on their life and what they've done about it. We have some reports available, and I think even more important, we have tips and questions for you to use and your family to use when you visit your physician or when you search for the right physician for you.
A family friend of ours who works in the healthcare field was diagnosed recently with advanced prostate cancer that's spreading to his bone. Why is this cancer being detected so late?
Well, we try harder and harder to detect it at an earlier stage, and sometimes, despite good care and good testing, it just does this. I'm not entirely sure why prostate cancer has such a predilection for bone, but it does. But one of the good news messages this morning is that just having advanced cancer, prostate, breast, colon, lung, is not a death sentence anymore. We now have patients, it's more a marathon, a journey we discuss with our patients, because you can live with it and go for a long time with modern therapy and therapeutic options.
So how can your bone cancer awareness initiative help our viewers?
Well, what we have available for people are these video diaries of people who are dealing with their disease. We have available tips for people to use when asking questions with their doctors. What's so important here is that we raise awareness because as you started the show, you mentioned how very few people really understand that cancers move to the bones with some high incidence. So people need to be aware.
So what's the normal time frame from being diagnosed to the spread of bone cancer?
Some patients will actually present when we see them the first time with it already spread. Again, fortunately, most don't. Breast cancer can recur as many as 30 years later. That's uncommon, but it has a slow burn in some patients. So we're always on guard to watch, anywhere from immediate to long term. Again, raising awareness, bonehealthinfocus.com answers a number of these good questions.
And no patient's case is the same.
True.
Yes.
True.
Yes.
Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us this morning to create awareness of bone health and to offer your support resources to help us better understand bone cancer.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rosalie.
Self-development is ongoing in our personal and professional life. From changing bad eating habits to getting healthy and utilizing technology to help us stay fit and express ourselves as we advance our lifestyle. We all must create a balance in our life and embrace new experiences to increase our level of confidence and reach new goals that expresses our individuality. Share with us how you create balance in your life and individuality at facebook.com/Rosalie Show or visit us at rosaliearchershow.com. And we'll see you soon.